welcome to the Spider's Web. We're going to have another, shall we say, in-depth unboxing. So I have another fairly big game. I have Mansions of Madness. So let's get down to the table and see what's inside. Okay, so as you may or may not be aware, it says on here, Mansions of Madness is another in the Arkham Horror series. It's more of a miniatures game than Arkham Horror. It's a game for 2 to 5 players, where one player is controlling all the monsters and the other 1 to 4 players taking part or taking the parts of investigators. So that's the basic thing behind it. Let's have a look at the back. What we have with all the monster characters, gaming boards, cards, the hero characters. I say it's for 14 plus for 2 to 5 players. Takes 2 to 3 hours. Let's see what's inside, shall we? As we open the box. Ooh. Right, what we have first of all is advertising bump from Fantasy Flights. That can go somewhere else. Well, now we have rules of play. A decent sized book. It's now split into 2 halves. We have rules of play, which is the first 26 pages, and then when we turn it over, it's the investigator's guide. So these are the different stories you can use. There's 5 stories I think in this. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yep, there's 5 stories in this. So looking at the main rule book, as usual with Fantasy Flight, you've got a lot of text, explanatory diagrams, photos, tells you how the figures get set up. So that's that book. Next we have the Keeper Guide, and he's the bad guy. And this will tell the Keeper how certain things get set up for the different stories. So I'm not going into great detail with the books. If you haven't played this and you're interested in getting it, I don't want to give anything away. But I think now we're going to go down to old friend Table Cam and have a look at the tiles as I unpack those, so we can have a look at the tiles properly, can have a look at the figures, because we have dice, we have cards, we have miniatures. So let's get over to Table Cam and that can take over. Okay, so here we are with Table Cam. Let's slice open the side of the wrapper and have a look at what we have. And we have lots and lots and lots of boards, as you can see. This particular board, I'm going to turn it round so it's the right way. As we can look, this particular board is the Front yard and the mud room. We also have on here the crypt and various tokens. Okay, it's very easy to pop out. It just slides out, and on the other side of this board we have the foyer, which is here. Oh, it's not split into different rooms, it's all one room. So that's the foyer of the mansion. Okay, the crypt, and use that one. And on the other side of the crypt we have a hallway number 1. Okay, so this line here splits the room into 2 halves for movement, and then your tokens on this board is straightforward: 1A, 1B, 1C. These must be the clue tokens that you can get. Okay, next we have, I'm not going to take all the cards out, so I'm just showing you a few of them. We have Cave 2, we have more tokens, we have dead body tokens. What else do we have? Cave number 2, and we have the big one, that's the backyard with the storage shed in the middle. So if we turn them over, what we have is hallway number 3, the coat room and the gallery, and the hallway number 4. And I'm assuming clue tokens 5A, 5B, 6B, 6A, and again dead bodies, I'm assuming it would be. On this board we have patio area, the root cellar on one side. We have the, I can't read with my glasses, the ceremony room. I'm just going to change my glasses and I can read properly. Give me a second. That's better. Everything's in focus now. We have the ceremony room, we have more tokens, and we have the chasm. And on the other side, on the big board, we have the let's see, that's the corner hallway 2, corner hallway 1, the bathroom. We have hallway number 2, and we have the nursery and bathroom number 2, along with, again, the tokens. On this board is the secret passage. Ooh. Get more tokens. We have the furnace room, and the big tile on this board is the front path with the front porch. Okay. On this one we have some of the puzzles, along with more room tiles. This room tile is the basement stairs, which is that one. We have the basement storage, and we have the basement landing. As I said, we have some of the puzzle tiles here and there. And if I turn it over, we have the big board is the attic storage, the tower room, and in the middle we have the tower stairs. And here we have, these are like what do you call it, combination locks, I think it may be. There we go. So we have puzzles in here as well. So I don't want to give too much away, but these I don't suppose would actually give anything away. Some more puzzles. We have the big tile, which is the graveyard. On the reverse of this, the big tile is kitchen storage, the kitchen and the dining room. Again, more the back side of the puzzles. On this one we have the entryway, we have the garden, we have some more parts of the puzzle tiles. Not quite sure what these are. These are your health. Oops, I will move these across a little bit. These ones here are health tokens, so when you get damage you attach them to your tile, and you have the actual monster stack tokens which fit into the monster bases. We have now then, what were these called in this? I can't remember. Investigation tokens. These ones in what do you call it? In the dice one, what's it called? Elder sign. These are clue tokens. I think in this they're called investigation tokens. I'm not sure. We have more tokens. We have another big board tile. We have the attic loft. We have the attic stairs, and we have some more of the monster stat cards here on that side. And if we turn it over, what we have is the chapel here. And that's all the stats for the monsters in that one, and these seem to be the same on both sides. And finally we have what looks like just a sheet of tokens. This is the final one, isn't it? Yeah. Threat tokens, health tokens, more puzzle tokens, secret ladder, possibly secret entrances, so all sorts of thingamybobbies in here. So that's all the card tiles. Now let's have a look at the cards themselves. I'm not going through all of them. We'll go through a few, but as I said, I don't want to give things away, because this is a game I would like to play in one of our games night videos. So we have a selection of different cards. These blue cards, you have that back. If I just get the rule book out and refer to that, I can tell you what they actually do. Right. So we have monster classes. These are humanoid monsters. And then we have another lot of monsters. Another lot of monsters. I've just lost my page now because the book's decided to shut itself. Okay, what do we have? Okay, so we have beast monsters. These are just normal animals. You get your different options of what can be done for battling. and that's the Beast deck. And then we have the Eldritch deck. This will be all the weird and wonderful monsters. All your elder gods and minions, that kind of thing. So this will give a fair idea of, well, not a fair idea, this will give you the attacks, I'd imagine, and this helps to settle the attacks, should I say. And this is for humanoid monsters, or yeah, the humanoid villains, shall we say. They're all different things on that one. Sort out all the different cards out of the deck that I've just picked up, and we'll go through what each set does. Okay, so let's have a look, shall we? These are the Keeper action cards. So they will tell the Keeper what he can do. As far as I have noticed, Keeper action cards are available to the Keeper for each story. Keeper action cards provide the basic actions the Keeper can perform on his turn by spending threat. Okay, and it looks as though they're the same on both sides. So if there is a difference, I'm not quite sure. Okay, next we have, sorry, I'm not quite sure what these ones are. Let's have a look. These are the objective cards. Okay. It's just having to look at what cards are what at the moment, because I'm not 100% sure. It's the first time I've actually seen the inside of this box. I have played the game once, and that was a long time ago at the Games Club. The objective cards. Each story has 3 unique objective cards which lists the winning conditions for the Keeper and investigators. The Keeper receives one of these cards at the start of the game based upon the choices he makes during the setup. So that's the objective cards. And finally, the one with the clock is the event card deck. Each story has a unique deck of 5 event cards. These cards represent the occurrences that unfold as the story progresses, regardless of the actions taken by the investigators or the Keeper. Each event card is drawn after a set number of turns and lists up to 3 different effects based on choices made by the Keeper. So that's this deck. As I said, I don't want to give too much away, which is why I'm just skimming through the deck and not giving you a proper look at what is actually there. Okay, that's almost the first pack of cards dealt with. There's one final set in this pack, which is the Heroes. And you may remember, or you may recognise some of these from Elder Sign. We have Jenny Burns, we have Gloria Goldberg, we have Kite Windsock, we have Sister Mary, we have Harley Walters, Joe Diamond, Michael McGlenn and Ashcan Pete. There are our heroes. It gives on the stats, health, sanity, skill tokens. That's what they are, not investigation tokens, skill tokens. That's the magnifying glass tokens that are on the big tiles. Okay, we have another deck of cards, another pack of cards rather. So let's have a look at what these are. These are the smaller Fantasy Flight cards. We have a good selection of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through a few of these. I'll move that over there and we'll start off with these ones. These are spell cards. You've got the front and the back, gives you more information. It tells you how it's done, and then it tells you to flip the card over once you've tested, you've made your test rather, and then you turn it over to see what happens and what has to be done. Okay, so that's the spell deck. Next we have where are we? There we are. We have the exploration deck, which is these. These cards represent weapons, tomes, clues and more that may be found while searching rooms. Some exploration cards represent empty rooms and have no effect besides wasting the investigator's time. And we have quite a few of those. And to give you an idea what's in these, let's turn it over. And we have the shotgun at first, or the bottom rather, and it gives you an idea, and it tells you what it is. Oh, hang on a second. Oh no, this is right. We have clue cards as well. So there you go. There's a number of things that those cards control, but that, as I say, is the exploration deck. Next we have the Mythos cards, which have this coloured back, and these cards represent supernatural or unexplained events that the keeper can play on investigators during their turn. So basically they add insult to injury. So there's sort of like extra, shall we say, attacks that the keeper can perform on any unwitting investigator just after they suffer damage, I assume. Okay, next cards we have trauma cards. These cards represent injuries and insanities that the keeper can inflict on investigations. Ooh, not nice. Not nice at all. And these look like this. These are just, again, another case of adding insult to injury. Okay, so that's those. Next we have lock and obstacle cards. These are obstacle cards. Obstacle cards represent challenges or distractions within a room that prevent investigators from exploring that room until they fulfill specific criteria. So these are kind of like the puzzles and other things that need to be done. The lock cards represent physical locks on doors or other impediments that prevent investigators from entering a room until they fulfill specific criteria. So again, these are what you call it, puzzles that you have to succeed at in order to continue on your way. And then we have trait cards. Sorry, no, there are two lots of cards here. Right, these are the trait cards. They will have a picture of the individual character on the back, and these, when you turn them over, will give you the intelligence, willpower, law and luck, so you know what you're testing on. There we go, and each player will get a number of these depending on what they are. And at the start of the game, each investigator chooses 2 of the 4 trait cards unique to his character. These cards list the investigator's starting equipment, once per game, abilities and attributes rather. So that's what these cards do. And finally, starting item cards. These cards represent items that an investigator begins the game with. An investigator's starting item is an object or a ally that is fundamental to his character. So that's what these cards are. Sister Mary, I'm assuming that would be, yes. Takes the Holy Rosary. Holy Water. Who's that? Whoever that may be, I can't remember the character's name. But there you go. We have different starting items of equipment for the different characters. Okay, so that's the small decks of cards gone through. Okay, so first of all we have a die, a single 10-sided die. Okay, so that's all the cards, the tokens, the tiles, the dice looked at. Now it's the start of the miniatures. Oh, let's see. I'll open this one. Let's see what we have, shall we? Okay, so first off, let's have a look at Ashcan Pete. Now, Ashcan Pete, he's got a little doggy with him. If I remember rightly, the little doggy's name is Duke. His guitar slung over his shoulder, his sleeping pack rolled up at his hip. So there you go, that's Ashcan Pete. Next we have Michael MacLeod, who's the gangstery type chappy, I think, by the look of him. With his little Tommy gun. Next we have Joe Diamond, who is the private eye type character, and he's done running in his long coat and his guns ablaze. So I'll say that's Joe Diamond. I'm just going through the cards here so we can see who things are. Hervey Walters, the old historian, resident genius. There he is. Let's get his card behind him. Might be able to see better then. There he is. Anybody wanting to see how this game is played, I highly recommend going to Watch It Played. But don't type in Watch It Played expecting to find this. You'd have to look at Rodney Smith, because this was the very first gameplay series that Rodney did, and it is a good one. And in order to find out what Harvey Walters is like, watch it, because he might be getting on a bit, but he can still kick ass with the best of them. Okay, next we have Sister Mary. Now, which one would she be? I think she would be this character here. Oops. Yep. Lighting her candle. I'm assuming that's what she's doing. Yep, so that's Sister Mary. Next we have Kate Windsock. And this is that character. Studious, scientific young lady, that. Looks like it could be a lab coat. Next we have Gloria Goldberg. So she looks miserable on the picture, doesn't she? Let's have a look at what she's like in the model. I'm not quite sure whether there's any improvement. But that's Gloria. And finally we have Jenny Burns. She comes in with her 2 pistols and a big floppy hat. There we go. And as we have pictures on the cards showing what the characters look like, I will be trying to match the paintwork on the characters to the pictures on the cards. So they're the hero characters. Now, monsters. Oh. Well, before we start with the monsters, we have this bag to contend with, and these are the monster bases. Loads and loads and loads of them. Stab myself in the finger then. And we have them in different sizes. They're all square. The holes there are where the model gets mounted on. That is where the health token gets slotted into. It's a cult leader. So what would happen is you would place the model in you place the tile in there like so. That will give you the name of the monster. It will give you the deck colour that you'd need to look into. In this case it's humanoid. Can't remember what the 0 is. I think that could be the threat. I'm not certain. And on the back it gives you number of lives, hit points, how many lives he's got, something like that, I don't know, and his attacks as well. So that's how they get put together. Then I'm going to bring out the bag of Monstery Wonderfulness. There we go. Killer slugs from outer space, eh? We are going to have some fun with these little beauties. Are we not? So, as I say, you've got the pegs there. It will go on the peg like so, and there's your model. Okay, and then you get that one, which is a smaller two-pronged model, like so. Stephen's going to have some fun painting these, isn't I? And you've got another one of those as well. I'm not going to do them all, I can't be bothered now. Okay, so then we have these thingamabobs. I think these are just a single, yeah, I can't see another thing, so that's just a single peg. Ripping somebody's brains out there. Oh, how lovely. Next, we have another one of those. So we have two of those as well. Next we have whatever that may be. And that's going to be another single peg monster. That goes on the board like so. And you always put them so they're facing, that's at the back. That clip where the hit points go, that's at the back. I think, I may be wrong. It seems to be the best way of it fits, I'm not sure. Then we have some form of zombie kind of character. I haven't seen what all these are as yet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, that one we just looked at that I put on the base. We have another one of those. I didn't see that one. With these zombie kind of characters, we have 4 of those. Then we have these characters. Okay, we have 2 of those. We have 2 axe-wielding maniacs. And we have a shed load of cultists. This one being the cult leader will go on his board like so, and this is the only one, as I say, as I have yet got the card for, but that's how the final stand looks once you've put everything in. I can't quite remember what these do. Okay, the monster tokens. The front of these tokens lists the monster's awareness and horror rating. The back of each token lists the monster's unique special attack, health and damage value. Before playing the game, each monster token is inserted into its figure's base. First part, it gives the monster's name, which in this case is a cult leader. The next part is the monster type and awareness. The next part is the horror rating, so 0 horror. The next part is its special attack, which is the bit that's in italics there. Then you have the damage value. In fact, no, the special attack is all the text. The damage value is that one, and its health value is that one. So it has 7 health and causes 1 damage when it attacks. I suspect that's what that means. But again, as I say, until I've read through the rules properly, I'm not 100%, so I don't know. But I've been dying to open this box since yesterday. Done it now, yay! So there's a little bit of flashing that needs tightening up on these, but as you can see down the edge of his dressing gown there. But that is, as I say, nice little models. Remind me very much of the sculpts for Talisman, so I know they're going to take paint fairly well. This is me, reporting live from the Mansions of Madness. Until next time, take care, God bless, and bye for now.